I'm Dr. Gene Antonucci. I started my career in dentistry in the Air Force, where I helped our military personnel get healthy and stay healthy. From there, I built a successful practice in Huntington, New York, and later as a teacher, lecturer, and author, I shared my knowledge and experience with students and fellow healthcare professionals. And now my journey's taken me here to explore the world of health, wellness, diet, fitness, and nutrition, as together we discover and find the good life. Welcome to Finding the Good Life. I'm Dr. Gene. Right now, it's the height of the coronavirus crisis in America, and most of us have found ourselves in a most surreal situation, physically away from so many people that form the fabric of our lives. Many aren't working. Many are at home with their families for hours on end that were never spent before. Stores are closed except for food. Schools are shut down. Those with dogs have animals wondering why in the world they're being walked so much of all of a sudden. Some people are completely alone right now. If you've never stood in the batter's box against a really good pitcher who threw you a curveball, then it's hard to understand the analogy of dealing with a curveball. So let me try to explain. In baseball, you work hard to hit the balls coming at you that are fast and predictable. They're straight down the zone, and you train to hit them and you excel. But a curveball, it takes you off guard. It veers off at an ungodly angle, and since there's no way to really expect it, you don't handle it. In baseball, it's a strikeout or an out. But in life, we're dealing with a major curveball right now. I don't care what books on self-improvement or business growth you've read. What we're dealing with today was not in the manual. It's like a giant reset button has been activated. We're at home with ourselves, with family, and without our comfortable distractions. Hours of time are now unlocked that were previously out of reach. They're hours for us to rekindle relationships, to rediscover the spiritual part of ourselves, to learn new things, and to plan new directions. Our first guests today are Father Rob Courtney and Reverend Liz Embler-Beasley. I'm so happy to have both of you here on the show today with us to share your thoughts during this very difficult time. Can you both please let the viewers know who you are?
Well, sure. I'm Father Rob Courtney, and I, as Dr. Gene said, am the pastor and priest at St. Paul's Episcopal Church and School in the Lakeview neighborhood in New Orleans, and I've been a priest now for 11 years, which is kind of unbelievable to me, and I've spent most of my career both before I was a priest and as a priest in the state of Louisiana.
And I am Mother Liz Embler-Beasley. I'm also a pastor and priest at St. Paul's. I'm the Associate for Congregational Development at St. Paul's in Lakeview, New Orleans. And I've been a priest for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years, coming up very soon. And I've spent all of my priesthood at St. Paul's so far.
And you're both right now in New Orleans, right?
Correct.
Yes.
It's experiencing a major challenge, something I bet has never been seen before. I don't even know how this would relate to Katrina 10 years ago. Tell me what's going on right now.
It is similar to Katrina in some ways, in the separation from one another, and the, I guess, nature of it being unsure of when we're all going to get back to normal a little bit. That was very much something that was, I remember being part of Katrina, is when can life get back to normal? And we feel that same kind of urgency now, I think.
And we've actually heard that feedback from a lot of people that we've checked in with, that they are struggling with the uncertainty, with the lack of connection, and they are relating this back to their experience of Hurricane Katrina.
From your perspective, what can people be doing right now in this current situation to reconnect with their spiritual side and with God in their lives?
So one thing that we're encouraging our parishioners to do is, one, to make sure that they are reaching out to one another as spiritual support, and also to find space within their homes that they can set aside to be sacred space. So creating a small altar in your home where you have a cross, where you have flowers or an icon, where you can center yourself and take time for yourself and for God.
I'm sure that this for you also, both of you also, this has been a time to reflect and to maybe reset. So can you tell me something about how this has affected either of you personally?
Well, I am in a unique place where I am expecting my first baby, which is very exciting, but in this environment can also be very nerve-wracking. And so
Very.
I am having to do is set some strong boundaries around my news consumption and making sure that I reach out to people who have been through this before and have been at least been through childbirth before and pregnancy, to rely on people that are wiser than I am in these moments. And also to rely on the people that I know love me and will support me through this. I have a wonderful husband who is very supportive and encouraging, and it's those moments of going to him and saying, I don't know what to do about this, and both of us together through prayer and through careful contemplation and reflection that we're able to get to a place where we say, we don't know what's going to happen next, but we're going to figure it out together.
And I'm on the kind of other end of that, in that I've got 3 children, one of whom is in college, and I've had to go and move her out of her dorm room already. I've got a junior in high school and a 10-year-old son. And so they're all here at home. They're all in separate rooms on separate computers doing their own online learning programs. My wife is a physical therapist and owns her own business. And so she is also trying to figure out this telemedicine thing. And so I think one of the ways it's affected me that I've noticed is most of what I do has to do with relationship and being with people. And I miss that.
Well, thank you both so much for spending time with us today. Appreciate it, and it's great information and great words to share, and I'm sure everyone's going to get a lot out of it.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
God bless and be well, Gene.
Thank you. We'll see you soon, hopefully. We'll be back after this short break with more on Pressing the Reset Button.